My name is Peter Van Woerden. I own a mobile power washing company from Ontario, Canada. We specialize in cleaning agricultural and commercial buildings and kind of getting a little bit more into the industrial space. Business was going okay. It was your typical small business, so we really didn't have a lot of concept for growing and scaling and selling. Like the idea of selling was when I retire one day. So it was going really well for a small business. As we're learning and coaching, that's not where we want to go. We're changing that significantly. The biggest reason I decided to work with an action coach, kind of felt a little bit hopeless. Didn't necessarily enjoy power washing, and that's what we had to do. And in our minds, we were going to be power washing for the rest of our lives. And the idea of exiting or even getting people to manage the company and move up was foreign, and that's what you do in 40 years when you've built a base. The next 5 years didn't look very, very good, and Action Coach really proposed an idea where they believed a little bit more in our potential. And we were able to say, hey, you know what? Like, I can see myself doing that, and if he believes I can do it, I'm going to see where we can go together. So we signed up for that, and that was huge. That paid off immensely. It took us a little bit of time to start seeing results because we're a little bit stubborn. So it was funny because you kind of fall back to what you initially thought, and then and this is a big reason why I think you need a coach. So you get taught something, and you're like, wow, big moment, right? I had a breakthrough, and then you keep going, and then 2 weeks later you fall back to that same thing. Like, come on, Peter, like, you're doing the same thing you were doing before you got a coach. And then you have that phone call with the coach, and Derek's a great coach. He's like, Peter and Hugo, like, come on guys, focus. Like, we went through this. And he brings you back to the why and the reasons that you initially had that breakthrough, and then you move on again. And it's kind of like the 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's been a bit of a journey. We've noticed them. You notice incremental ones, and then you fall back a little bit, and then like an event like today, like huge breakthrough. We're gonna have these big steps forward, and then inevitably we're gonna have a few steps back. So those results that we're noticing there, it didn't take us long to notice initial breakthroughs, but it's been a process to kind of keep on pushing ourselves forward. So personally, I've grown like crazy, like immensely. The business, and I think I should have mentioned this in the question before, the business has grown, but that's not the most amazing part. Like it's the business owner that Action Coach is trying to grow as well, because the business may be sold, right? But it's the next business that business owner is going to start that's important, and building the competence and all those milestones that you cross. It just gives you that threshold to start at the next business or the next adventure that you take on. Personally, I've become a lot more competent. I trust myself making a lot of these decisions that otherwise I wouldn't have. Just my background and the way I was raised, that affects how you run a business, how you start a business, the decisions you make. That's all been improved. So I dare to step out a little bit. I mean, I'm in Las Vegas. Like Peter 4 years ago, he would have been like, why on earth would you ever spend $300 to go to a conference, much less $5,000 to go to Las Vegas? So like, I would say that's been the biggest difference, the biggest growth, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. I think others need to come to BizX because BizX gives you that opportunity to get out of your comfort zone, be with people that are like-minded. Everybody in that room wants to learn. We have the facility. Everybody in that room is going to learn because you've brought the right people in. So I think like every aspect has been taken care of. How can we not do better because of it?